In the far corners of the galaxy, many civilizations watched the stars with curiosity and pride. Among them, some had already explored hundreds of planets, met countless species, and judged the value of every world they found. Yet, there was one small, blue planet that no one took seriously, Earth. They laughed at it, calling it a primitive world, a mere prototype of life, a planet not worth attention. Its humans were weak, slow, and small. Nothing compared to the advanced species scattered across the galaxy. They spoke in their high councils. Earth is a joke, a test that failed, but none of them truly understood what they were seeing. On Earth, life went on quietly, naturally. Humans lived, built, created, and dreamed, but they did it without claiming power or recognition. The stars were far away, almost a dream, but humans still looked up, wondering what lay beyond. Some humans studied the skies with telescopes, some built strange machines in silence, and some simply learned from their mistakes. There were no announcements, no declarations, no demands for respect. Just steady growth and quiet observation. Among the alien civilizations, scouts traveled across galaxies to see Earth. Most reported back with amusement, describing the humans as insignificant. Yet, a few scouts noticed something strange, something they could not explain. There was a rhythm to human progress, small sparks of intelligence that grew quickly, even under pressure. These sparks did not roar. They whispered, small actions building quietly into something larger. Something the galaxy had never expected. On one cloudy night, an alien observer named Velna hovered near Earth's orbit, hidden behind the shadow of a dying star. He watched as humans launched tiny objects into the sky, simple machines that moved slowly, but with purpose. Velna could not understand the full meaning. They do not know their own potential, he reported. They are primitive, yet there is a pattern, a method to their madness. His words carried a hint of confusion. For even scouts trained for centuries could not predict what humans were doing. Back on Earth, humans worked together without pride or fame. Scientists in small labs, engineers in hidden workshops, thinkers in quiet rooms. They shared ideas, learned from mistakes, and built things step by step. Sometimes, experiments failed, machines broke, and ideas vanished into dust. But humans always tried again. Their failures were small steps to something bigger, something stronger, something that could one day surprise the galaxy. Meanwhile, alien civilizations continued to laugh, their arrogance blinding them. They could not imagine a species that would rise silently, patiently, and without claim. Earth remained a joke, a prototype mocked across countless star systems. Little did they know, their laughter only pushed humans forward. Their doubts became the silent fuel for Earth's growth. Humans did not need words to prove themselves. Their actions would one day speak louder than any speech. As night fell across Earth, lights flickered in cities, forests, and deserts. Every small human action, every quiet invention, every simple step forward, built a rhythm that echoed across the planet, a rhythm that even alien scouts could feel, but not yet fully understand. The galaxy was watching, laughing, and waiting. While Earth moved silently toward its destiny, it spoke no words, claimed no title. Yet it already held a power the galaxy would soon regret underestimating. Far beyond Earth, the stars glimmered like diamonds on black velvet, but not all eyes looked with wonder. Some eyes watched with arrogance, full of pride and judgment. In the Grand Galactic Council, alien leaders from countless worlds gathered to discuss new discoveries. When the topic of Earth came up, laughter filled the vast chamber. A primitive planet, barely worth a glance, one leader said. Their species cannot even reach the stars, another added. The council mocked humans openly, as if sharing a joke that could never fail. Alien civilizations placed bets on Earth, predicting how long it would take before humans destroyed themselves. They will fight among themselves, waste their resources, and fade into nothing. Some claimed confidently. But while the galaxy laughed, humans continued their quiet work on Earth, building, learning, and experimenting without asking for recognition or reward. They did not speak of their plans, nor did they try to show power. Each discovery, each invention, was small, careful, and unnoticed, but it added up quietly, steadily, like a river carving a canyon. Even the most experienced alien scouts were puzzled. There is something strange here, whispered Velna, who had returned to observe Earth. Their growth is slow, yet clever, and it does not follow any pattern we understand. He could see humans working together, sharing knowledge, and correcting mistakes. Humans did not fight over pride. They did not cheat or lie to get ahead. Their society, flawed yet persistent, created a rhythm that seemed simple, yet held a hidden strength. Back in the Galactic Council, some leaders began to notice small signals from Earth, machines orbiting, strange radio waves, movements in their atmosphere that seemed unusual, but their arrogance blinded them. It is nothing, they said, just random noise, an insignificant species. Yet doubt started to creep into the minds of a few. Their scouts reported strange activity that suggested humans were building something bigger. Something clever. Something dangerous. On Earth, humans did not realize they were being watched. They invented small machines that moved through the air, built simple computers that solved problems, and tested ideas that had never been imagined before. Every human action was quiet, humble, and ordinary. But together, these actions built an unseen power, a force that the galaxy could not yet predict. Velna returned to the council with a warning. They are quiet, yes, but they do not follow our rules. Their progress is strange, and I fear we may be underestimating them. Some laughed him off, calling him a fool, yet others felt unease, a small shiver of fear they could not explain. The galaxy had always mocked weakness, yet here was a species that seemed weak, but its weakness hid a strange, silent strength. Meanwhile, on Earth, life went on, simple yet full of meaning. Children played in streets, scientists worked late into the night, and engineers tested strange machines that hummed softly. Nothing seemed dangerous, nothing seemed extraordinary, yet every small step humans took brought them closer to a power that the galaxy would one day regret ignoring. The mockery continued, but seeds of doubt had been planted. The laughter of alien civilizations could not erase the quiet rhythm of human progress. Each day, Earth moved forward in silence, building, learning, preparing, while the galaxy watched and laughed, unaware that the very species they mocked was already learning the lessons that would one day terrify them. Earth moved quietly, like a hidden rhythm in the galaxy. The humans continued their work, unnoticed, underestimated, and ignored. On the surface, the planet seemed ordinary, oceans and forests, cities and villages. But beneath that ordinary appearance, humans were building something extraordinary. Machines that could explore space, computers that could think faster than any alien mind, and weapons of defense that no one could guess. Alien scouts reported back to their councils. Earth is active again, signals are stronger, objects orbit their planet that we do not understand. Yet most alien leaders laughed, confident in their judgment. Just another primitive experiment, meaningless and small. They did not realize that each small signal from Earth carried intelligence, strategy, and purpose. Humans never announced themselves, never demanded recognition. They did not need to. Their actions were enough to speak. In hidden labs, humans tested machines that could move silently in the air, exploring the sky, learning its secrets. They built computers that could think, machines that could calculate thousands of steps ahead. They experimented with energy sources that could power entire cities without harm. Each experiment was small, careful, and repeated many times. Every failure taught them lessons. Every success was built on patience. Humans were preparing for a future that no alien could yet imagine. The alien observer Velna grew uneasy. Their silence hides something dangerous, something we cannot predict, he reported. But his words were dismissed by most, who preferred mockery to caution. They had never seen a species that could grow silently, patiently, and methodically. They could not understand the patience that humans had learned, the focus that humans had practiced. Every small human invention, every quiet experiment, was a step toward power, a force that would awaken soon. Then, one night, something strange happened. Satellites and machines humans had built in silence began moving in unison. Strange lights appeared in the sky, and signals were sent across space that even alien instruments struggled to read. It was subtle, almost invisible, yet it carried a message. Earth was no longer just a silent planet, it was a planet preparing to awaken. Across the galaxy, alien spies noticed these changes, confusion spreading among them. It is impossible, they whispered. How can such a primitive species do this? But no one had answers, only fear and doubt. Alien arrogance began to falter as the whispers about Earth grew louder. The species they had mocked for centuries was showing signs of intelligence and power far beyond expectation. On Earth, humans did not celebrate. They continued quietly, building, learning, preparing. Their confidence was not in words, but in actions and in patience. Even as aliens watched nervously from afar, humans moved forward without hurry. Every small step, every machine, every quiet experiment was a part of a larger plan, a plan that would soon awaken. The galaxy, once filled with laughter, now felt a ripple of uncertainty. Some feared Earth, others were curious, but all felt that something had changed. Humans had stayed silent for centuries, invisible and underestimated. But now, the prototype was awakening, and the galaxy would soon realize that they had been wrong to laugh. The galaxy had laughed for centuries at Earth, but now silence had turned into something heavier, something alien civilizations could not ignore. Strange signals pulsed from the planet. Machines moved in patterns no one could predict, and spies sent to watch humans returned with confused, fearful reports. They were hiding this, all this time. one whispered, disbelief heavy in his voice. On Earth, humans continued their quiet work, but now their experiments began to show results that could not be ignored. Satellites aligned themselves in perfect formations, strange energy pulses lit the sky, and machines humans had built in secrecy began moving with intelligence and precision. Every invention, every small idea, combined into a network of power that stretched across the planet, invisible to the galaxy before. Earth's strength was now becoming visible. Alien civilizations started sending envoys, their pride mixed with fear. They wanted to see for themselves what humans had built, but as they approached, they realized that the humans did not need them to notice. Humans did not speak of dominance or power, they did not demand recognition. Instead, their actions alone made it clear. Earth was no longer a planet to mock, it was a force to respect. In one council, Vellner reported again, his voice trembling slightly. They never introduced themselves, yet their power is beyond anything we imagined. They have been silent, but now the truth is clear. Earth is not weak, it is extraordinary. Some alien leaders laughed nervously, trying to hide their fear, but the truth was undeniable. Humans had taken every lesson, every failure, and every small invention, and turned them into something the galaxy could not control. On Earth, humans did not celebrate their progress with words or banners. They moved with calm confidence, their eyes focused on the stars. Their technology allowed them to monitor the galaxy, plan defenses, and explore space with ease. Yet, they remained silent, letting their achievements speak louder than any announcement could. This quiet confidence confused the galaxy more than loud threats ever could. Alien spies sent to Earth returned with awe and fear. Their silence hides intelligence we cannot measure, their patience hides power we cannot contain. They reported, the galaxy realized too late that mocking Earth had been a mistake. Every laugh, every bet, every moment of scorn had only given humans the patience and drive to grow stronger. The species they had underestimated had risen without a single word. In orbit around Earth, satellites and machines moved in perfect harmony, showing humans' readiness. The galaxy watched silently, afraid to provoke, afraid to make a mistake. Humans had revealed their civilization without a single declaration. Yet their presence was undeniable. Even the most arrogant alien leaders felt respect mixed with fear. For centuries they had laughed at a prototype. And now they faced a species that could not be ignored. As night fell across the planet, lights flickered in cities, machines hummed softly, and humans looked toward the stars. Their civilization was ready, but their approach was quiet and calm. The galaxy had been mocked by their silence, and now the full revelation had arrived. Earth never spoke, but its power was clear, and the galaxy trembled in the face of a civilization they had never truly understood. The galaxy had waited, watched, and laughed, but now it trembled. The silent planet, once mocked and ignored, had grown into a civilization unlike any other. Alien civilizations that had once scoffed at humans now looked on with fear and awe. They realized too late that the species they had underestimated held power far beyond their imagination. Humans moved calmly across their planet, building and expanding their technology. Yet they did not boast, they did not declare war, they acted with quiet confidence, letting every action show their strength. Satellites formed perfect grids. Machines moved with intelligence, and energy flowed through cities like a river of light. The galaxy could see the signs, but no one could stop it. Alien envoys approached Earth, their ships trembling in orbit. They hoped for communication, for diplomacy, for understanding. But humans had no need for speeches or empty words. Every invention, every move, every quiet decision spoke louder than any message. Humans had prepared not for domination, but for respect. The galaxy understood that Earth had arrived as a power to be reckoned with. Some aliens tried to challenge humans, thinking their technology superior, but their efforts failed. Machines designed with patience and intelligence countered every attack. Their strategy was flawless. Their silence had been their shield, and their preparation, their sword. The galaxy's greatest powers had underestimated a species that never bragged, never boasted, yet conquered with intelligence and resolve. Vellner watched from a distance, or filling his senses. They never introduced themselves, never spoke of power, and yet, the galaxy now listens. The humans have proven that patience, intelligence, and quiet determination can surpass arrogance and pride. His words echoed through the council chambers, and even the most arrogant leaders could not disagree. Fear and respect mingled in every corner of the galaxy. For centuries, they had mocked Earth, and now they bowed silently to its presence. On Earth, humans looked to the stars with calm eyes. They had not sought to terrify or dominate. They had built, learned, and grown in silence. But now the galaxy understood that underestimating them was a mistake. The species once called a prototype had shown its true form, and its strength was undeniable. Alien civilizations began to adapt, to learn, to respect, for they knew that the humans' rise was only the beginning. Even as humans prepared to explore the stars, they did so without arrogance, without unnecessary war, without loud claims. They let their civilization speak for itself. Every action, every invention, every small step demonstrated power, wisdom, and restraint. The galaxy had laughed at Earth once, but that laughter was gone, replaced by quiet acknowledgement and fear. And so, the silent planet that had never spoken finally made the galaxy listen. Humanity's patience, intelligence, and hidden strength had awakened a civilization that would not bow to arrogance. The galaxy had learned a lesson that could not be forgotten. Earth never introduced itself, never demanded respect, yet it had claimed its place among the stars, and the universe trembled in its presence.